I, 37F, have a sister, 42F, who has 5 kids, 16F, 15M, 13M, 13F and 11M, with her husband, 42M. My sister and I grew up in one of the highest income suburbs in the country, as did our husbands. We were all a bit spoiled as children and lived in McMansions. My husband and I are very well off, and my sister is like private jet level rich. My husband and I have always tried getting our kids what they want without spoiling them. My sister has never cared about restraint and never says no to her kids. This has led most of them to be quite entitled, but my 13-year-old niece is the worst. My sister has always been the type to spoil her kids, and she also has always pretended to care about charity, posting about her donations on Facebook, but nothing ever seemed sincere. The only one of her kids that had expressed any interest in charity is her 13-year-old son, Quentin. Quentin has always been the progressive of the family, donating to charities that promote equality in sports, supporting environmental charities, etc. My sister and her husband are quite conservative and have never liked this but ignore it. Despite being the family progressive, he is also the religious one of the family. Quentin has always prayed before his baseball games and vaguely believed in God, but starting attending a church with his friend in the past year or so, and now is a very religious Christian, but still progressive. One of his friends, who is transgender, attends a church with him, and I've heard Quentin say something like God made him trans and how God has no issue with trans people in his view. Quentin goes to the Salvation Army Church, which I know has its share of controversies, but this is not what this is about. Quentin this year became very interested in doing angel trees. We spend Christmas at my sister's house every year because she lives about 2 hours away from us. We arrived on Monday night, and we're asking what plans for the week are. As in the days following Christmas, we will go to the mall or other stores. Quentin mentioned Christmas Eve service at his church and continued to go on and then mentioned the angel tree. He said that he went all out and how his parents gave him money to buy for some kids he picked out. He then mentioned how his twin sister, Claire, made some derogatory comments about it. She asked why he would buy presents for kids who had lazy parents and insisted that these kids just needed to encourage their parents to work harder. Quentin said he's doing what Jesus would want, and Claire asked why Jesus would want handouts. Quentin also mentioned how while he didn't get angel tree gifts at the Salvation Army thrift store, his sister has made negative remarks about people who go to thrift stores and looked down on him for looking for baseball memorabilia there for himself. I asked my sister if she knew about this, and she said she did, and she spoke to Claire about being more considerate with her words and how she should respect Quentin's faith, even if she thinks it's silly. She said she didn't get why Claire had that attitude. I told her she has that attitude because she spoils her kids. I told my sister she needs to stop spoiling her kids, and she got defensive, saying she loves her kids and not to blame her daughter's attitude on her. On Christmas, Claire got all of the makeup from Sephora, expensive perfumes, and an excess of products a 13-year-old does not need. Yesterday, I was talking to my sister about how Claire's Christmas haul was another example of her being spoiled, and she should not be surprised her daughter has a bad attitude about gifts. AITAH.